guys, Felecia with Mercantile Realty here. I'm here with Ronnie and Jenny from the Farmhouse Market at 1412 5th Street in Dade City. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great. So I just have a few questions for you guys today. Can you guys describe the Farmhouse Market for everybody?
Yes, so the Farmhouse Market Cafe, we are obviously a cafe. We do breakfast and lunch, but we also have other options and features here. We have a home decor, which Jenny's really interested in, like a farmhouse market, farmhouse decor. Tell them about the produce, meats, jams, jellies, honeys.
So yeah, the market, well, with all of the Farmhouse Market and Cafe, we try and stay as local as possible, and so that is our main feature is Dade City local made products, Florida made products, but then we also have a lot of Amish, and the biggest Amish products that we have are from the community down in Sarasota. And so we really wanted to incorporate that small town country store feel here in Dade City, which is it's a very growing small town, but that's why everyone is flocking here is because of that that feel that people really love, and so we wanted to go ahead and feature that. So a lot of the produce is Florida local as much as possible. When we are in our growing season, we have a variety of fresh cut meat that we cut here in-house, and then we also have our coffee shop. And so our coffee, we have all of the coffees, all the different kinds of specialty coffees, ranging from just a very delightful medium blend, house blend coffee, to you'll see a lot of Cuban influence, which we can get into in a minute. But we have cafe con leches, and then leche y leche, which is a drink from the Canary Islands, which is where my grandfather is from. So we have a really nice variety of stuff.
Yes, absolutely you do.
Thank you.
So what kind of things do you guys carry besides the normal produce that regular grocery stores carry that other places don't carry?
So I think as far as well, a little bit about the cafe, the kitchen area, we have some unique sandwiches as well. We have a fried bologna sandwich. We have a barbecue pork grilled cheese, which is really good. We also are Cuban. We do our mojo pork in-house, so we roast that for 12 hours, so it's really flavorful. So we try to do some unique items in all areas that we have. Some of the items in the grocery section, what are some of those that are kind of unique to us? The trail bologna that we have.
Yeah, a lot of things that that you're not going to find, especially in Florida. A lot of the products that we have, like I said, are kind of that southern country store vibe and a lot of the Amish feel. So Florida doesn't have too much of that. It's usually when you go a little bit further north. And so yeah, you'll see stuff like Amish trail bologna and different packaged meats, you know, apple butter, pumpkin butter, and stuff like that.
All of our kumquat.
Another really big thing about Dade City is we are known for our kumquats. We actually have a Kumquat Festival coming up this weekend, and so we do feature a lot of kumquat products. And so kumquat butter, jam, jelly, marinade, vinaigrette. I mean, you name it that has kumquat in it, we pretty much have it. So that's pretty unique.
So what made you guys decide to start this business?
So I had been in the IT medical field for 22 years, and so I was just kind of looking for a change, looking for something different. And so at the time, Jenny was staying home, and so we just began to talk about what are some things that we could do in our life, what can we change, so that we could be there for our community, what can we do to support our community, and just be something that would make us happy or encourage us in life, basically. And so we kind of began to pray and just figure out what we felt like God had for us, and this kind of pieced itself together from all just different aspects, and things just began to fall into place, and we were able to get into this building, and to all the pieces just, like I said, began to fall into place, and kind of just went from there.
When it's God's will, it works.
That's right.
That's right. That's amazing. So are you both originally from here, or where are you originally from?
So I was born and raised here. I've been here my entire life. Jenny is actually from Miami.
I am from Miami, born and raised, and so I left there in 2005, and I've lived in a few different parts of Florida, and when we first met, I was actually living down in Naples, and so when we got married, I moved up here, and I absolutely love it. I love, the feel of Dade City. I don't miss the rushed city life much.
What is something most people don't know about the Farmhouse Market?
I would say that a lot of people come here for the cafe mostly, and then they see the door into the market and they're like, oh wait, what's that in there? Is that a market? And we're like, yes, and they think that it's a separate building, but we're all together, and so I think that that's the biggest thing, is that they think that it's really cool that we have such a huge variety
Absolutely.
of items. We try and have it almost like a one-stop shop.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, thank you. So what would your customers say that they love most about the Farmhouse Market?
I would say that it's probably the atmosphere. We try to bring a welcoming atmosphere. Obviously, we have Christian music playing, and so it's just a nice place to come in and relax. The area here is nice to sit at and just relax, have your coffee, enjoy lunch, enjoy breakfast, pick out your produce. I think most compliments we get is just the atmosphere that we provide.
And it's fairly important. Yeah, definitely. So what are some odd requests that you get from your customers?
I think the most odd request that I've received is asking for chicken feet. Didn't really expect that one, but we provided it and they bought it. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you know what they did with that?
I think they use it as like a broth or something for cooking. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you. So how do you two stay motivated?
I think we rely heavily on our faith, because this can be very taxing and very draining. And so you just have to encourage yourself. You have to rely on God, the strength of God. You have to rely on all of that. And then we try to encourage one another and keep each other going.
Absolutely, that's really important. So how do you motivate and encourage your staff?
We try and have fun. We try and have a family, feel. We joke around a lot. Definitely encourage each other with, words of affirmation and just encouragement, and just really, express to them how much we appreciate and value them. There's been many times that it's been just us doing probably 90% of the work, because we're a new business, and you wear many hats when you're an owner and when you're new, and so when we have been able to then be able to hire staff, we just really express to them how much of a blessing they are to us.
That's
And then we
wonderful.
can actually take a breath a little bit and then
Yeah.
move on to something that we probably should have been doing also.
Fantastic. That's true. So what are your goals for the next year for the Farmhouse Market?
I think we continually try to add to what we have. We never want to stop bringing in new stuff, offering new products, and I think that's something that keeps people coming back, is that we continue to add new things. And we're going to do some rearranging and some things with our cafe and with our bakery, and so obviously we want to expand. We want to keep growing and keep adding, and so I think that's our goals.
Yeah, we really like to listen to our customers and, try to provide things that they want and they're needing, not just, ideas that we have. So we really want to provide, for the community what they're looking for.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. So what is your favorite thing to do around Dade City when you're not here?
We like to visit the other local businesses.
Yeah.
There's some great restaurants and great places to eat in town, and so we enjoy mingling with those guys, hanging out with them, and just supporting the local community. We don't get a lot of free time, so when we do, we don't want to cook, we don't want to do things ourselves, so we like to spend time in other
Absolutely.
places.
And so to eat in Dade City.
Well, we eat here a lot, obviously.
I would.
But when, like you said, when we're not here, we don't want to cook. We're very tired, and so I think the most frequent place that we go is American Pizza Oven. Our friends Jessica and Robert own it. They're amazing. Definitely check them out. But they have a nice casual vibe to it, and so we can go there and enjoy, you know, the variety of foods that they have, good quality stuff, and so we really appreciate them.
Oh, that's fabulous. I'll have to check them out too. So what would you like to see improved around Dade City?
I think that the biggest thing that we would like to see improved, which I think is already happening, which we're extremely thankful for, with some of the staff over at City Hall, are events. Events and things to do here that will help grow the community, that will help both the local businesses and the residents here. And so a lot of family oriented events, and just the wide variety that can really, you know, incorporate, you know, everyone's, you know, needs and lifestyles and stuff like that, whether they're single, you know, couples, you know, or with families. And so that all of that is really growing, and so we're very thankful for that happening.
Yes. So why do you think it's important to shop locally?
It's important to shop local because the reason why people are moving to places like Dade City and out of, you know, the big consumerism cities is, you know, the mom and pop shops. You know, that is the heart of America, and you know, a lot of people are, you know, appreciating that, but that's what gives character, you know, and that's what gives, you know, Dade City its character, and so in order for you to see that, you have to support that actively, and so it's great to, you know, want to see it, but you do have to try as much as possible, you know, try to think of like, well, if I can get something over at this mom and pop shop versus a huge chain, which chains, there's nothing wrong with chains, but, you know, that's not going to give that unique character to a town, and so you do have to actively support it.
I would say one of the other things is I cannot tell you how many relationships we have built just these 2 years that we've been open, and so I think it's important to build relationships within your community. You can always get that with the big chains, and so I think that's a benefit of shopping local.
Absolutely. Thank you. So what else do you guys do besides work here and eat pizza?
We rest as much as we can, and then we have quite a few animals, and so you know, if it's not here working, we're there working. We do try to grow produce and stuff like that at the house, and so you know, between here and there, Jenny has her animals, her chickens, her geese, her horses, and all that stuff, and so we stay pretty busy.
That sounds like fun. So is there anything exciting coming up that are going on right now that your customers should be aware of?
So I briefly mentioned it earlier, but we are going to be kind of doing a little bit of remodeling, and so with that, we're going to be adding a new bakery section, and so we're going to be able to expand on the baking that we already do.
Oh,
And
brownies.
so, yeah, and so I think that's going to be great because we do offer some really good baked goods, and I think our community is going to love that, and we get to expand on that. We're upgrading some of our equipment in the kitchen, so that's going to get us able to get some food out faster and do some more things in the kitchen to offer more products. And so, like I said, always growing, always changing, always trying to add new things. And so we're excited about that.
Thank you. So one last question. If you guys could give just one piece of advice each to a new business owner, what would it be? You go first.
Pray.
Absolutely.
Pray. Yeah, just be ready. I mean, being a business owner is not just sitting back with your feet up. Be ready to work hard. You're going to go through a ton of stuff you have no idea that's going to come, but if you
learning curves, like he was saying, and so just take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and just keep at it, and don't give up. Don't give up, because that I can't tell you how many times I have looked at other businesses and have seen them close, and I just had wished that they had just not given up and just kept at it for a little bit longer, and they could have had their breakthrough. And remembering that what has helped me a lot. Say like, I can't give up. It's still really early. We're still babies, you know. And it takes quite a few years to really get it going. To you see, something that is really breathtaking, and it already is. And also don't forget and don't overlook the little milestones and the blessings that you are getting. It's very easy to look at your main goals years down the road, but don't overlook the little things that are getting you there. All of those are blessings, and something that you should be really proud of.
Thank you again, Ronnie and Jenny from the Farmhouse Market, 14124 5th Street in Dade City. Come check them out. You won't regret it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.